Hi class, today we are going to do lesson 4 from Saxon Book 4, and this is on place value. So in 4th grade we start looking at place value as money. So here I have hundreds, tens, and ones. Hey, if we're talking about place value, I have hundreds, tens, and ones. So our first example here has this picture, and we're supposed to write the amount of money that is shown. So we're going to count it. We have 1, 2 hundreds. So up here on my whiteboard, I'm going to write a 2 in the hundreds place. So looking down at the money again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. So we'll put a 4 in the tens place. And then looking at my ones, I have 1, 2, 3 ones. So we'll put a 3 in the ones place. So how much money do I have here? I have $243. Look up here, I've written, if I give it a dollar sign, I've written $243. Okay, so the way place value and money correlates is I just write down the number of hundreds I have, I write down the number of tens I have, and then I write down the number of ones that I have. And that shows me my place value. This is the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. Okay? So for our next example, we are supposed to use money manipulatives or draw a diagram to show $324 using $100 bills, $10 bills, and $1 bills. So I'm going to change the camera here so that I can work that out a little bit. We're talking about 300. Oh, this does not erase very well. Maybe we'll just use the back side. All right, we're talking about $324. So we'll write that down on our whiteboard here. $324. I have money manipulatives, so I'm going to use these and show you how we use them. If you would like to make money manipulatives, you just take a piece of paper. I've made this one, labeled it as $100. You'll also need a couple of tens and a couple of ones, and then you could use money manipulatives too. Alternatively, you can just draw the pictures on your paper, on a whiteboard if you have one at home. It's up to you, okay? But we're talking about 324. So how many $100 bills do I need? Hundreds place, 3. So here I have 1, 2, 3 hundreds, and I'm going to set them down on my workspace in front of me. I'll show you this once we've got all the money set up, okay? So my hundreds are taken care of. Now I need to look at my tens. How many $10 bills do I need to make $324? If you're looking at the tens place over here, 2. I need 2 $10 bills. So I have 1 $10 bill, 2. I'm going to set those up on my work area here. And finally, how many ones do I need for $324? Looking at the ones place, I need 4. So let's count. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. I'll set them up on my workspace here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now $324 looks like that. Now, if you don't have money manipulatives, you know what? You could also use Monopoly money if you have Monopoly at home. If you don't have money manipulatives, no big deal. We're going to draw that here. So I would just make 3 boxes to show my hundreds, and I'm going to write 100 inside each of them. So 300, and then 2 boxes for my tens. Make sure to label them as tens. 320, and then 4 boxes for my ones place. Make sure to label each of those. So here I have 324. Okay, and this is what you could do on your homework as well. If it says to use the money manipulatives and you don't have Monopoly or you don't have any to make, feel free to draw them. Okay? All right, so now we have a lesson activity. So this is where you're either going to need money yourself or you're going to draw pictures of it. But our first assignment for this lesson activity is for you to show both 203, actually I shouldn't say and there, it's 203, and 230. So here's my values. You need to show both of these side by side because once you've got them, we're going to talk about it a little bit and compare them. So pause the video now, get that set up, and then we'll move on together. Okay, so I am going to show 203 using my money manipulatives. I have my hundreds, now I'm getting my 3 ones. So there's my 203. I'll show you that in just a moment. And then I'm going to show, I think I'm going to need another 100. Get my envelope out. 230 as well. So there's my hundreds, and then 10, 20, 30. Okay, so take a look here at what I've got. Here's my 203. Notice how I don't have any tens there, right? And then here is my 230. Notice how I don't have any ones here. So which one of these values do you think is more? We're going to start with the largest value bill. I have hundreds. I want 100 more than I want ones or tens because hundreds are worth more. Okay, so here I'm going to compare. I have 100 here and 100 there, 100 here and 100 there. Is this greater than, less than, or equal to? Well, 200 and 200, that's the same, so that's equal to. So I can't use my hundreds place. If we look up here at the whiteboard, we notice that in the hundreds place, that's the same digit. So I can't use that to determine if one is greater than the other. So I'm going to move on to my next biggest value, which would be tens, right? Don't need those hundreds. We're going to look at the tens. I don't have any tens here. I have 0 tens. Versus over here, I have 3 tens. So what's more, 0 tens or 3 tens? What's the value of these 3 tens? Well, this is $10 plus $10 plus $10, so the value here is $30. That's a lot more than $0. So looking up at my board again, we're not looking at the hundreds anymore because that's not helping us out. We're going to look at the tens. And I can see, oh, here I have 0 tens, and here I have 3 tens. This is a lot more. So now we don't even have to look at the ones because we can tell by the tens that $203 is less than $230. And then we're finished with that problem. Okay. All right. So the final question in this lesson, the final example, is you need to be able to say what place value any particular digit is in. So we'll get my board again. And let's say we're looking at the number 753. The question is, what place value is the 7 in? So in looking at this, you need to be able to find the 7 and say, That's in the hundreds place because we go ones, tens, hundreds. So our answer here would be written in words, hundreds. And we should box it in because that's the answer to this problem. Okay, box it in. All right. So, lesson practice. Problem A says use money manipulatives or draw a diagram to show $231 using $100 bills, $10 bills, and $1 bills. So pause the video, take a moment and do that, and then when you come back, we'll go over the answer. Okay, 231. How many $100 bills am I going to have? If you said 2, you would be correct. How many $10 bills am I going to have? Will I just have one? See, there's a 1 in the number here. Is it one $10 bill? No, Mrs. Duarte, the 1 is in the ones place. There is a 3 in the tens place, so we need 3 $10 bills. And then, of course, we said one $1 bill. So here we have 100, 200, 210, 220, 230, $231. They match. Good job. Okay, the next question. Use money manipulatives or draw a diagram to show $213. So here's my amount. Pause the video now so that you can do this on your own, and when you come back, we'll go over the answer. $213. How many hundreds do you have? If you said 2, you would be correct. 2 hundreds. How many tens do we have? You should be yelling at the screen. 1! We have 1 10, Mrs. Duarte. And how many ones do we have? 3! 3 ones. So this is what your picture or your money manipulative should look like for 213. Okay, our next problem says, which is greater? Looking at the 2 that we just did, we did $231 and we did $213. And the question is, which is greater? So make sure that you're looking at the hundreds place first. We have 2 and 2. Does that help us out? No, they're the same. Okay? Might even want to cross them out to show they're not very helpful. Look at the ones, or the tens place, excuse me. We have 3 tens and we have 1 10. Ooh, those are different. Which one's more? Would you rather have $10 or $30? I'd prefer 30. So this, oh, sorry, I'm doing this backwards. This one is greater. $30 better than $10. So the question is, which one is greater? So if you were writing the answer there, you would want to write $231 and put it in a box there. Okay? The digit 6 is in which place in the following numbers? So we have the number 16, we have the number 65, and we have the number 623. And they want to know which place value is the 6 in. So look at your 16. What place value? 6 is in the ones place. So we write it out with words, ones. Look at 65. What place value is the 6 in? 6 is in the tens place. Again, we write it out with words. And 623, what place value is the 6 in? 6 is in the hundreds. Here's how you spell that. Ones, tens, hundreds, depending on what place value our digit is in. Our final question for our lesson practice is use 3 digits to write a number equal to 5 hundreds, 2 tens, and 3 ones. So you really have to listen to the question there. Use 3 digits to write a number equal to 5 hundreds. So we can put that down, 5 hundreds. And then 2 tens. Am I going to put my 2 here, or am I going to put my 2 here? Remember, this is 5 hundreds, so tens is going to go over here. 2 tens and 3 ones. Am I going to put the ones here? No, silly, that'd be hundreds place. 3 ones. 523. Boys and girls, that's the end of our lesson. Right now would be the time for you to start your written practice homework. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.